Hi, so basic support, stance 2, because I've broken this up into perhaps 3 stages of this. So we covered in stance 1 about how to position the feet, so we want them underneath our hips, and we also don't want to be too wide because that puts pressure on your lower back, and we talked about putting the weight to the front of the foot. So yes, you have got weight on the back of the heel, it's just that you're not sitting with the majority of your weight to the back of the heel there, okay? Because again, that'll put pressure on your spine. So let's talk about parallel feet or turned out feet or turned in feet, okay? So in this section, so have you ever been to a Pilates class or a yoga class or any class that they have told you, right, let's stand with our feet underneath your hips, which is what I've told you to do, but with your feet facing forward. If you have, they normally call this neutral. I can reassure you it is not neutral, and I'm not sure why they teach it that way. It does confuse me because if you look at a skeleton, the skeleton doesn't actually allow, it doesn't, the hip joints turn, so therefore the foot has to turn, the knee has to turn, and so on, yeah? So some people are built that way, and that's just their makeup, and some people are built with their feet slightly turned in, and that's again just their makeup. Or it could have been from an exercise you did, like horse riding. Horse riders are known for toes turned in a bit because they have to do so much squeezing. Okay, so you've moulded yourself into those positions from a young age, okay? So that is neutral for you, that is your positioning, and if I told you to turn your feet out, that would just feel awful. So if you've been told that way, then, and you don't normally stand that way, if you have a natural turnout, I have a natural turnout, then it's not your neutral, okay? You are forcing a lot of pressure on your knees and a lot of pressure on your hips, okay? So this is what we're going to do. I'm actually going to, watch out for my funny socks there, I'm actually going to face my toes forward, okay? Don't know if you can see that. So when I'm facing my toes forward, I'm twisting and my knees are actually turning in, so it makes me look not kneed. And also I can feel all these muscle fibers turning in like this. They're kind of like rotating inwards, so making all those muscle fibers around my back overstretched, okay? And that's just for me. So I'm going to turn my feet out. That's probably about my neutral, maybe a bit more. Okay, this is my neutral, okay? And the reason this is for me, because I was an ice skater, so we were always turning out the foot, okay? Like ballerinas, they might even have more of a turnout, but this is my natural stance, okay? So you can see now, my knee is not rotating in, and I feel really comfortable, actually. I feel very comfortable in this position. So think about this, think about where you would naturally stand, feel what feels comfortable. Just keep the other principles I had suggested in place. Weight to the front, feet underneath your hips, and in your own natural stance. Don't try and force a movement because it might hurt something else. So hopefully that makes a bit more sense, and yeah, I'll see you again soon.